Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, June 8th, 2016, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Hey, we had a profitable day today, but it was a profitable day that was kind of terrifying for me. It, the the problem is, I alluded to this yesterday. I talked about the iron ceiling in the Dow here being at 18,000, and today and I called the Dow down. I looked at this action yesterday. I felt very likely the Dow was going to retreat from this area, which was the iron ceiling. What happened today? It didn't retreat. It actually gained 67 points. Get this, it got 16 points higher through 18,000, the iron ceiling, and closed 5 points higher on the close. But that's hardly penetrating that iron ceiling. I mean, it's just hanging there. And we really saw today pretty much a continuation of this pattern that it just cannot get through, convincingly get through that 18,000 mark. And this area has caused us innumerable problems in the past. And so I'm very nervous about it, and I really would like to see it retreat from here and to take another run at it. I'm looking at this. I don't see how this thing is going to get through it from this point. Now, I could be wrong. I was wrong yesterday. I could be wrong for tomorrow. But I am going to call it down again for tomorrow. And honestly, I wish it would go down hard. But regardless, it's going to do whatever it's going to do. And it's not going to pay attention to what I say. We did because of this strong opening on the open today, we did very good on our exits. And we ended up getting out with positive $13,000 closed out, which was pretty good. That was a little improvement over what we had yesterday on the close. But our problems were with getting into new stuff. Initially, this was just horrible. We jumped in to nearly 13 positions right here at the very top of where this was, and they immediately, everything went red. I'm looking at a blinding red screen right after the open, or not the open, but when we start getting in here, it was pretty terrible. It got better as the day went on. We ended up getting into 13 new positions. 5 are positive, but 8 are negative, and we have negative almost $7,000. So I'm going to tell you, I'm very nervous about this. I was happy to take those $13,000 positive closed out, but to be holding nearly negative $7,000, 13 positions, and be hanging up here right at this 18,000 mark in the Dow. It's very scary to me, and I could, it could get pretty bloody. I may be way too pessimistic about this, but I am pessimistic. We've just been killed in this area before, and I think that's a problem. I kind of have post-traumatic stress syndrome about this 18,000 area. So that's the way it was. That's my analysis of the overall market. Let's look at some individual stocks. I'll show you the two of the problem stocks, but we had this pattern in more than just two. This first one, this is a Gold Bear, Gold Bull, and we get this huge gap this morning, and we end up buying this thing. high tick of the day. I mean, oh God, I just hate that. I mean, look at this gap. I mean, this has a horrible potential, downside potential, and it gave us no upside potential at all. And it closed nearly, yeah, we're holding nearly negative $3,000 on that. On the close, and I mean, look at this gap that we could fill. Oh God! Anyway, I don't try. And also, another gold stock, Sibanye Gold, did about the same thing. Huge gap up, and we end up buying right up there, close to the high of the day, and then it sells off all day. We got negative $3,000 in that also. So obviously, those look pretty terrible. Not everything was bad. As I say, we had 5 positives and 8 negatives. This was one of the positives. This is Agios Pharmaceuticals. We got into this second hour, and it did close fairly positive there. We got nearly $2,000 in open trade. Now, all my bitching and complaining, I got to show you, we did in this mess. We had almost the perfect trade of all time. I mean, this was just great. This is Navistar, and we had bought this on Monday, and then Tuesday it did this huge thing. It pulled back, made me pretty nervous about the pullback. It came back this morning, and look at this. Look where we got out. We got out at the absolute high of this entire 3-day move, and took $14,000 out of Navistar. So, you know, all my complaining about the other stuff, this was absolutely perfect. And you know, that's where our profits are. Our profits really aren't in anything else. I mean, we have profitable trades, but they're offset by negative trades. This was where the profits were, and as I say, I've said this again, we get about 70% of our profits from only about 5% of our trades, and this is a classic 5%. Just beautiful. $14,000 in Navistar. Anyway, I am nervous about tomorrow. I am very nervous. I just hate looking at that Dow sitting 5 points over 18,000 and thinking, you know, what's going to happen. But I will, well, I will sleep fine, but I'm nervous about tomorrow. This is Trader Bob signing off. See you tomorrow on Thursday.